Hello there, interwebs. Welcome to another Gamer4God review here on Gamer4God Does Stuff. And today we're going to be looking at a board game. This board game is one of the Spiel Des Jahres nominees from 2025. If you're unfamiliar with what the Spiel des Jahres is, it is the award that Germany gives out every year for the game of the year. The kind of hobby gaming and Euro gaming scene definitely has kind of come out of Germany. We have it here in America as well now, but still a lot of the best games still come out in Germany every year. And they actually have 3 levels for this award. There's the Kinderspiel des Jahres, Kinderspiel des Jahres, which is essentially the kids' game of the year. Then you have the Spiel des Jahres, which is the kind of which is kind of the essentially family game of the year. And then you have the Kinderspiel des Jahres, which is more of the a gamer's more advanced game of the year, even though they are still often pretty simple too. But anyhow, this is one of the regular Spiel nominees, a kind of family game from last year, and this is a game about drawing, because who doesn't want to draw a picture? As it turns out, probably most people. But we're going to draw some pictures tonight anyway. This game is called Krakel Orakel, which roughly translated means Scribble Oracle, where you're going to be. Each person's going to get a word and draw a picture of it, and then we're going to have to figure out which pictures we drew. The game here is in its German form. I'll show you. Krakel Orakel. And it was released in Germany, I guess last year, maybe even back in 2024 possibly. But it was a Spiel des Jahres nominee last year. It will be coming out in English this year, and this version is from Top Games, and this was the German version. In America, it will be entitled Mind the Lines, and it will come out later this year from Ravensburger Games. So let's take a look at kind of how it plays, and then we'll talk about whether I like it or not. So this is Krakel Orakel. All right, so what's going to be happening each game here is you're going to get some of these splendiferous boards. The box of crayons are not included, sorry. You're going to be getting some of these splendiferous boards here, and you're going to be given a word, something like this, like highlighter perhaps, or hinge. You choose to use the white words, the black words. The white words are the kind of simpler words, I think. And black words are a little more advanced. Anyways, you then take your board and you draw your picture. The catch here is that you can only draw on these lines. Now, you can lift the pen you can lift the dry erase marker and make several images, like in this one up here. That's just fine. Of course, no drawing of words or letters or icons, except for arrows. We draw arrows. We're okay with drawing arrows. Arrows are okay. So I've kind of given you a sample opportunity here, because so if I kind of have this set up for an 8-player game here. 8 pictures have been drawn, all by me. That's right. That's why they all look so terrible. You're welcome. And then everybody will hand in the word that they got to draw, and we will draw 8 more word cards, and we'll mix them up all together like so. And then players will take turns, one at a time, eliminating words, trying to eliminate words that we don't think anybody drew. And the goal is for the 8 words that don't get eliminated to be the 8 words that were drawn. The number of words will be dependent on the number of players. So I'm doing the play from home version here. So here's all of the pictures. Here's 4 of them, so you can take a picture of those. You can pause your screen and look at that. And here's 4 more pictures, the other 4 over here. So you can pause your screen again, look at those, study them well. And then you guys can decide which of these 8 words should be eliminated. Which of these 8 words did I not draw? And this is a cooperative game, so you're working together here. You want everyone to do well. You want people to be able to figure out your picture. And you play, I believe it's for 4 rounds. And if you ever eliminate, if the number of mistakes you make are ever greater than the number of players in the game, then you lose. And as long as you don't do that in 4 rounds time, then you win. And it's as simple as that. That really is the whole game. So let's talk about what I think about it now. All right, Krakel Orakel, or Mind the Lines. So this is a party-style game. Great for groups. It plays up to 8 players, so you can get a decent-sized group all playing this. So what do I think of this game? Is it any good? Do I like it? And the answer to that question is yeah. I really like this game. I enjoy it a lot. This is interesting because it is a drawing game. And when you tell people we're going to play a drawing game, there is certainly a stigma that immediately arises for most people. And many people say, well, I'm really bad at drawing. And what typically happens in a drawing game is you have several people probably who are really bad at drawing, but then you got one guy over there who's like drawing the Mona Lisa, right? When you play in Pictionary, you got that one guy who's making works of art, and everyone else, like me, making little, kindergarten stick figures. But the nice thing about this game is everyone's drawings are going to be bad. I don't care how good you are at drawing. You're not going to be good at drawing in this game. These pictures, they're just not, they're not going to be pretty. And that's the nice thing about it. You might still have someone who figured out how to make the Mona Lisa only drawing on the lines, but by and large, everybody's going to have bad pictures. And that's what makes the game really funny, but also it makes it a lot more accessible than most drawing games, just knowing that everybody's pictures are going to be bad. There's not somebody who's going to be over there drawing masterpieces. It's much more unlikely that will happen in this game. And that's kind of the beauty of it. And that's, for me, what's going to put it a step above most other drawing games, is that everybody's going to be a bad drawer in this game. And so nobody can really use that excuse here, well, I'm bad at drawing. Don't worry, everybody's bad at drawing when you can only draw on the lines on these boards. By the way, these boards are double-sided, and you can pick which side you would like to draw on your turn, and then after each turn you will pass those boards clockwise, and so you're not stuck with one board the whole time. So you got some options over the course of the game. You'll see usually 4 of them. So I really like that aspect of it, though, that it's a more accessible drawing game, and it plays a fairly large group size, up to 8 players. And I've really had a lot of fun with this game. Unfortunately for me, I've only been able to get it in German up to this point. So as you can see, my cards are actually in German, and the game is in German. So I had to do the very laborious task of printing the English translations and sticking them inside the card. It took a long time. It was very annoying, but worth it to have the cards in English. If you do buy this game in German, because you have to have it right now, like I did, I was blessed to get this in January. Thanks, Cameron, my good friend from high school, bought it for me for my birthday. Thanks, bud. Appreciate it. But if you do have to just have it right now, and you just can't wait, you can just use words from other word games and draw those. It's really not that difficult. But in just a few months, Mind the Lines will be out. But yeah, I've had a lot of fun with this one. Most people I introduce it to really catch on quickly and really end up enjoying it quite a bit. You're going to have a lot of fun with it. It's good for a variety of situations you'll find yourself in. No strategy to it. You just draw your picture and, kind of hope for the best, hope words don't get added in. That would be something similar to your picture. You're also not supposed to talk when people are eliminating their words. A lot of people do, and do whatever's fun for your group. But yeah, that's also an aspect of the game. So, but I really think this is a great game. Everybody's a bad drawer here. A lot of fun. Are there any concerns for Christians that I would have in playing this game? Are there any concerns with the theme or with anything you're doing in the game? And no, I don't have any. Not really. I guess in German the game is called Krakel Orakel, which translates as Scribble Oracle. And so I believe thematically players take oracle turns where you're supposed to be the oracle and sift out the word, that, this word doesn't belong or whatever word it is. And so, that could be a thing. I don't think that will probably bother almost anyone, but it is there if that's something that's bothersome to you. Now, the game's coming out in English will be called Mind the Lines, and that element is not present. You will not be called the Oracle anymore. You'll now have the pairing phase instead of the Oracle phase. And the same thing. You're going to remove a card that you don't think belongs. And each player will remove one card. Each player every round will get to choose one card to remove. And then at the end of the round, you see whose cards are left and all that. But great game. Highly recommend it. This is going to be a lot of fun. Play it with your family. Play it with your friends. You can play it in lots of situations. Short playtime. And just going to be a lot of laughter as you look at everybody's pictures and say, what in the world was that? What are they drawing? That is the worst picture I have ever seen, and I've seen my own picture. So, but I highly recommend this one. I would give it, I'm going to come in, I think, at an 8.5 out of 10 on it. But I give it a very high recommendation. A lot of fun. Play it. Love it. Enjoy it. You can pick up a very highly priced copy of it now, probably in German for about $60, or you can wait a few months and probably get it for $30 or $40 when Mind the Lines comes out. So, thank you for watching. I hope this video has been a blessing to you and helped you learn about a new game that hopefully you will like, or maybe it helps you learn about a game that now you can avoid. But I hope you check it out, try it out, and hope you like it. Thanks for watching. God bless. Have a blessed night. We'll see you next time. Bye.